Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about a subject matter that doesn't really get talked about in the photography community. It has nothing to do with your photography skills, nothing to do with photography gear. This has to do with your relationships, photographer to client, and what to watch out for to safeguard yourself in case anything arises. I'll bring you up an example. They're scheduled to do a photo shoot with a particular model, and it was just the model and the photographer. For whatever reason, things went south during the photo shoot, and the model started accusing the photographer of all kinds of inappropriate behavior. Now, there's always three sides to every story: your side, their side, and the truth, right? So, in order to safeguard yourself from situations that arise from photo shoots, the first tip I can give you photographers is always have a B-roll camera ready to go, like a GoPro or something like that, that you can record the whole session, especially if you're in your studio, it's just you and the model. Record everything that happens. Make sure there's audio also. Second tip I can give you guys is this. Sometimes when you're posing the talent, the model, try not to touch the subject. I know sometimes, you want to pose the model a certain way and you tend to touch a body part or a head, or I'm not saying everyone is like this, but you just never know who you are dealing with, during a photo shoot, especially when you don't know the person and it's just a client to photographer relationship. Different story when you kind of know the people, you know their background, and you know where they're coming from, and you know that everything is cool. As photographers, you'll get clients that you have no idea who they are. They come to you for photography services and they're strangers. They're total strangers. And you, as a photographer, you're a nice person. You treat everyone like you do your own family member or your friend. In reality, this is a client to photographer relationship, business only. What I mean by that is, I know you tend to get friendly with people and it's your personality to get friendly with them. However, get in and get out. Do your work, do your photography, be done with the session, and get out. Try to eliminate the small talk to a minimum. Now, there's been cases where the model, the vibe was really great and you maybe get along with this person and you want to, for example, they offer you to take you out for a drink or something. Always be cautious of that. Always be aware of who you're dealing with, because sometimes you just never know. You never know what happens. And I've heard a buddy of mine get accused of all types of horrible things that I know this person is not capable of doing. This can ruin your career. This can ruin your brand, your reputation. You're building your brand. It takes 10 or 15 years to build, sometimes even longer. You're on the top of the mountain. You're doing good. You're making money. And all it takes is this little weird idiot to come in and to ruin that whole thing for you. So there's a lot of wackos in the world. And you just have to be cautious in who you accept and who you want to do business with. Sometimes you're shooting a model and maybe the model's very attractive and you're a single dude and you're human, right, guys? However, try to keep this professional. Try to keep it business only. You can go out, you can find a date somewhere else. Although there's been, instances where people have met their significant other through photography. I'm not saying it can't be done, and another key important tip here, guys. Some models, some talents, they don't understand when you're trying to guide them on how to pose, how to tilt their head using your hands and your arms. They just, they're confused. They just don't know how to do it. If you need to touch the model in any certain way, ask for permission first. Ask them, can I guide you? Can I touch you? Can I guide you a certain way? Ask for permission. Try to avoid the lower extremities, you know, and just ask for permission in a kind way. Is it okay if I tell you how to pose this and that in a very professional way? You don't want to get accused of something that you did not do. A lot of photographers, and I'm not saying that all photographers are angels here. There are always the bad apples in the group. Now, whoever's at fault, if you do get, accused of something, always have that backup, always be safeguarded, always have that copy. If you can't record, I understand that you might not have access to a GoPro or a B-roll camera at certain situations. Always try to have an assistant with you. Somebody that you can trust, somebody that never go out into a photo shoot on location or even in your studio. Always have somebody there with you on the desk doing work. If you don't really have an assistant and you have a family member, let's say you have a son or daughter that you need to catch up on their homework, invite him into your studio, give him a desk, sit him down and tell him, what, do your homework here. Always have that second person that you can trust that's there just in case. You never want to be alone with somebody that you don't know, somebody that you don't trust. Another tip I want to give you guys in a business side of photography. I know you're a good person. I know you're a very friendly photographer, but don't think that these clients that you don't know are just like your friends and family. Chances are they might be cool, they might be even better than your friends and family. You don't know these people, so don't assume that you can act a certain way with your clients that you do with your friends or family. Finally, this last tip I want to give you guys it has to do with more of your assistant or people around you that work in your photography business, assistants, second photographers, lighting people, whoever, booking agents. You never want to get too attached to these people. Now, excluding, of course, best friends, friends that you know for a while, they happen to do photography, they happen to be associated with your business somehow, that's fine. Family members. I'm talking about just strict business relationship. You never want to get too attached to somebody. And vice versa. You don't want these people to be so dependent on you. And here's why. What if one day something comes up and you need to cut ties with that person? And sometimes, they might take it the wrong way and not take it professionally, and they might try to retaliate or hurt you. You haven't done anything, but they might, spread rumors about you. They might spread lies and just to hurt your brand, just to hurt you, just because you let them go and, you got into an argument and he or she doesn't agree with that argument and doesn't understand why you had to move on and let this person go. So always have a few people that you work with. Don't rely on just one person. Again, excluding family members. I know a lot of photographers, their brothers, their sisters, their fathers, mothers, their sons, daughters are associated with their business. Of course, you can trust blood. That you can trust family. It's not always a steady source of income. So if this person comes in and thinks it's going to be a consistent work, you're always going to have work every weekend. Being a photographer is great. It's fun. I love it. But when it comes to making money, sometimes it could be very inconsistent. Believe it or not, in this crazy world, there are people out there that have good intentions, that want the best for you, that want you to succeed. Yes, there are people that want the exact opposite. Try to weed those people out. Try to get them out of your life. Positive people only. I tend to hang out with optimistic people, people with hope, people with good intentions, and people with, a good attitude. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. If you like videos like this, go ahead and, give me a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We talk about all types of photography here. We not only do camera reviews, lens reviews, but we talk about the business side of photography. Things like this that need to be talked about. You might get a thing or two from this, and I'm glad you do, and hopefully you do. That's why I make content like this. So like and subscribe, hit the bell icon to be notified when I upload new photography related videos. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video. Rock and roll.